What's going on, everyone? Good morning. Good morning for me anyway. I hope everyone's having a blessed day. I know I am, and I'm gonna make it a good one. I'm on my way to the auction, but I wanted to talk to you guys about a few things. First things first, on my last video I mentioned that I was going to an event, etc., and that I was going to be recording it. Well, I did record it, but something happened and I can't quite talk about it just yet, and there's a good reason why, and I'll explain all of that when the time comes, which should be fairly soon, within the next few days. But as of right now, I cannot talk about it, but we will touch base later on that. And then I just wanted to, I was thinking this morning and just reflecting on YouTube and business and everything, and I just wanted to say that, okay, so when I first started YouTube, I first started it not so much for the money. Like, I knew I could make money on it. You know, I wasn't ignorant in that sense. I'm not gonna say that I didn't know I couldn't make money on YouTube, blah blah blah, because then I'll be lying. I knew you could make money on YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube. I follow a lot of YouTubers, and a few of them have showed what they've made or what they make. YouTube, not too long ago, threw out that changed the rules on monetization. So now you have to have 4,000 hours of view time and at least 1,000 subscribers to be able to even monetize your channel. Which at first that kind of bummed me out, because I was like, man, my channel is growing very, very slowly. 4,000 hours, that's a lot to me right now. And 1,000 subscribers, that's quite a bit as well, at least to me. In the grand scheme of things, again, it's not, but for me right now, it is. And it bummed me out a little bit, but it also made me reflect on why I do it, you know? And when I first started YouTube, I did it, one, because I love videography, I love cars, and it's just cool to be able to document it all and put it out there for people to see. But I also did it to be able to meet new people, create relationships, etc., etc. You know, I follow YouTubers that they've gone to, for example, to SEMA because of YouTube, and that's one thing that I really want to do. I've always wanted to go to SEMA. Hopefully YouTube could be a platform that'll lead me there. Again, as you guys know, I work for myself, I buy and sell cars. You know, the two tied together, I feel like it gives me a good chance to make it to SEMA. My goal is next year, or this year now, to go to SEMA and use YouTube as a platform to do so. So whenever, again, I heard the new rules, or I got the email on the new rules, you know, I had a lot of what ifs. So like, what if it takes me a year to hit 4,000 views, 4,000 hours of views? What if it takes me a year to hit 1,000 subscribers, you know? What if it takes me more than a year? And we can't focus on all the what ifs. All we can do is just work hard towards it, have faith in God that God will open the right doors, and just push through. If we live life on the what ifs, we will miss out on a lot, you know? And that's one thing that I started dwelling a lot on the what ifs, but I was very quickly able to snap out of it. And I wanted to make a quick video on it, because a lot of us have goals that we want to achieve. Everyone has goals that we want to achieve, and we have plans and, you know, places we want to get to. We have 5-year goals, 2-year goals, 1-year goals, whatever the case may be. We all want more out of life, and a lot of times we get stuck on the what ifs. A lot of times we doubt ourselves and we set ourselves back. But we can't do that. We need to just go out there and get it. Put in the hard work. I really believe in God. I'm a man of faith right off the bat. And I believe, you know, if you trust God, God will open all the right doors. Now, it's not just about trusting in God. We also got to put in the work. You don't put in the work, nothing's going to happen, you know. We have to create opportunity. Opportunity doesn't all the time just knock on the door. You have to create opportunity. And I'll use my experiences. So I used to work at Verizon, and I took that leap of faith that I was going to leave Verizon and work for myself. Now, when I left Verizon, I had somewhat of a plan, but it was a major leap of faith. And I mean, as soon as I left Verizon, I think within see you as a competition. But God opened the right doors, man, and he brought in the right people into my life. And right now I'm working with 2 different dealerships that allow me to buy cars under their name and put them on their lot. You know, that's the kind of things that God does. But I had to take that leap of faith and just go for it, you know? And again, I didn't do it blindly. Like, I had a plan. And that's one thing, you guys just can't go blindly. I'm not telling you to quit your job and go pursue your dreams just like that. Like, you need to have a plan. You need to have things set out. You know, I worked at Verizon for 1.5 years. During that time, my wife and I really worked on saving money, which allowed me to pay our bills, you know, X amount of time out in advance, which allowed me to take this leap and this risk, because at the end of the day, working for yourself, you know, it's a risk. And just take that leap of faith. You know, trust God, but with trust, you need to put in your work. You don't put in work, nothing's gonna happen. And God has a purpose for all of us, man. I mean, God just really has a purpose for all of us. Don't give up. It's tough. It's hard. There's the highs and lows. Sometimes it's more lows than highs. But you know what? Without failure, I feel like you really can't have success. If you don't know what it is to fail, in my opinion, it's hard to succeed. I mean, my failures have really pushed me to do more. I mean, and I've had, I don't want to say failures, I'm going to say lessons. I've had some very, very tough lessons that I've learned in this whole process of being an entrepreneur, being a business person. A lot of people portray being an entrepreneur or business person to be this glamorous thing, but it does have its glamorous parts. But at the beginning, it's tough, man. It's tough. A lot of headaches, sleepless nights. When you have a traditional job, and I feel like there's no such thing as job security. But when you have your traditional job, while you're working there, you know that at the end of the week, at the end of every other week, you're gonna get a paycheck. When you're working for yourself, not so much. I mean, if you don't put in the work, if you don't make sales, you don't get paid. And that stress level, it's huge. I mean, again, sleepless nights. I don't know how many sleepless nights I've had, still have, just because your mind's always thinking, you got that worry. But at the same time, that worry, that fear is what pushes me. And you need to take that fear into a positive sense and let it fuel you to push you to do whatever it is you need to do to be successful. You know, it's not easy. It's not gonna. If it were easy, everyone would do it. And I've discussed with my wife. You know, I like that it's not easy, because if it were, everybody would do it. You know, the markets would be saturated with entrepreneurs and business people trying to do their thing. But it's not easy, and a lot of people start and quit midway. And those that, you know, persevere and are resilient are the ones that are successful, just because it's not easy. You know, it might take a year, it might take 2 years, it might take 3 years for that right door to open. But if you don't quit, you don't give up, and you're resilient, when that door opens, man, it's just gonna be amazing, and it's all gonna be in God's time. My wife and I, we've been working business for years, since before we've been married. We've been married for 5 years now. You know, and it's just now where I feel like things are really starting to come together and work for the better. And you know, we were resilient. We took those trials and, you know, made it positive. And there was times we were really, really down. We wanted to quit, and we not that we quit, but we definitely took a break from business, just because we got hit so hard, man. And we had to let those wounds heal a little before we went back out into the business world and tried again. But just wanted to say that, man. That was in my heart this morning, to say, just because I want business to succeed in you know, in my life. I want to create a legacy for my kids where, you know, they want to pursue the business path. You know, I can make it easier for them. You know, I want to own multiple car dealerships. You know, and if my son or daughter if that's what they want to do, you know, they have that chance, they have that opportunity. If not, you know, I want to be able to create ways, learn along the way to teach them. You know, what better way than, you know, you as a parent be able to be that mentor for your kid, and then look up to you as a mentor. That's just amazing. And that's what I'm trying to create, not just that, but, you know, I don't want my wife to have to work if she doesn't want to. I want to be able to have not just financial freedom, but, you know, time freedom. And Verizon was a retail job. I worked crazy long hours. I missed out on a lot, and I don't want that, you know. Starting off business, you work crazy hours. I work crazy hours right now. I feel like I work more now than I did at Verizon, but I can choose my hours, you know. For example, last night I was up until late searching cars for this morning for today's auction because, you know, last night we celebrated my mom's birthday. I have that choice. I have that opportunity, and that's what I want to create for myself, for my wife, for my kids, etc., etc. And I don't want to ramble on, but this is just a subject that I'm really passionate about. You know, cars, business. This is stuff that I'm really passionate about. Travel, and you know, it's mostly what I want my channel to be. Again, it's mostly going to be cars and traveling, but I want to incorporate everything. I want to incorporate everything. I don't want to ramble on, but just remember, guys has a plan for you. Work hard towards your goals. Gotta open the right doors. Keep your faith. Stay faithful. Work hard, and things will happen. So just wanted to say that, and also about my car. Like I said, guys, I don't want to talk much about it. There's a reason why. You'll find out later. Stick around. And if you guys have not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that like button. If you feel what I just, you know, talked about, it touched you in some way, or you can relate to it, man, share the video. And right now it's not about making money, because like I said, I can't monetize my videos. I'm not getting paid for it. But I want this video to reach as many people as possible. Those that are entrepreneur minded, business minded, share the video, like it, subscribe for more great content, and yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. And don't forget, be great.